Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that coffee had never existed. No morning espresso, no cafe culture, no coffee shops on every corner, no late-night study sessions fueled by caffeine. It's hard to imagine. Today, coffee is one of the most popular drinks on Earth. Every day, billions of cups are consumed across the globe. But few people know the remarkable journey that transformed a simple bean into a worldwide obsession. A journey that began more than 1,000 years ago, and like many ancient stories, it starts with a legend. According to tradition, coffee was discovered by an Ethiopian goat herder named Coffe. One day, while tending his flock in the highlands of Ethiopia, Coffe noticed something strange. After eating bright red berries from a certain shrub, his goats became unusually energetic. They jumped, ran, and remained awake long into the night. Curious, Coffe tried the berries himself. Soon, he experienced the same burst of energy. Whether this story is true remains uncertain. Historians have found no evidence that Coffe actually existed, yet the legend survives because it captures an important truth. Coffee's origins can indeed be traced back to Ethiopia. From there, the story moves across the Red Sea to Yemen. By the 15th century, coffee was being cultivated in the mountains of Yemen. It quickly became popular among Sufi monks, who used the drink to stay awake during long hours of prayer and meditation. Unlike today, coffee wasn't prepared with modern machines or paper filters. The beans were roasted over open fires, ground by hand, and brewed using simple methods that had been passed down through generations. The drink became known as qahwa. From Yemen, coffee spread rapidly throughout the Islamic world. Soon, coffee houses began appearing in cities such as Mecca, Cairo, Damascus, and Constantinople. These weren't just places to drink coffee, they became centers of conversation, learning, and debate. People gathered to discuss politics, share news, play games, listen to music, and exchange ideas. Some historians have even called them the world's first social networks. Not everyone was happy about coffee's growing popularity. Political leaders worried that coffee houses gave people too much freedom to gather and discuss controversial ideas. Several rulers attempted to ban coffee, but the bans never lasted. People loved coffee too much. By the 16th century, coffee had become deeply woven into daily life across much of the Middle East. Soon, Europe would discover it as well. Coffee first arrived in Europe through trade routes connecting the Ottoman Empire with Venice and other Mediterranean ports. At first, many Europeans viewed the unfamiliar black drink with suspicion. Some religious leaders even questioned whether it should be consumed at all. According to one famous story, coffee's fate in Europe was decided by Pope Clement VIII. After tasting the beverage himself, he reportedly enjoyed it so much that he gave it his approval. Whether the story is entirely true remains debated, but one thing is certain: coffee's popularity exploded. By the 17th century, coffee houses were opening across Europe. In London, hundreds of coffee houses emerged within just a few decades. For the price of a single cup, people could enter, read newspapers, discuss current events, and engage in lively debates. These establishments became known as penny universities because visitors could gain knowledge for the cost of 1 penny. Scientists, writers, merchants, and politicians all gathered beneath their roofs. Some historians argue that coffee helped fuel the intellectual movements that shaped the modern world. As demand increased, European powers sought ways to grow coffee themselves. The Dutch were among the first to successfully cultivate coffee outside Arabia. They established plantations in Southeast Asia, particularly on the island of Java. In fact, the word Java eventually became a nickname for coffee itself. Soon, coffee plants spread to colonies across the Americas. One of the most important chapters began in Brazil. In the early 18th century, coffee plants arrived there under circumstances that are still surrounded by fascinating stories and diplomatic intrigue. What happened next was extraordinary. Brazil's climate proved ideal for coffee cultivation. Over time, the country became the world's largest coffee producer, a position it still holds today. By the 19th century, coffee had transformed from a regional beverage into a truly global commodity. It drove international trade, it shaped economies, it influenced politics, and it changed the daily habits of millions of people. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Factories, railroads, and expanding cities created a growing demand for workers who could remain alert during long shifts. Coffee became the perfect companion for the modern age. As the decades passed, coffee continued evolving. Instant coffee appeared, espresso machines were invented, large coffee companies emerged, and eventually global cafe chains transformed coffee into a lifestyle experience as much as a beverage. Today, coffee is consumed in almost every country on earth. From traditional Ethiopian coffee ceremonies to Turkish coffee prepared in copper pots, to Italian espresso bars, to modern specialty cafes experimenting with brewing techniques from around the world, coffee connects cultures in ways few other drinks can. Yet, despite its global reach, every cup still carries echoes of its ancient origins. The mountains of Ethiopia, the monasteries of Yemen, the bustling coffeehouses of the Ottoman Empire, the trade routes that linked continents together, and the countless people who helped spread this remarkable drink across the world. So the next time you take a sip of coffee, pause for a moment, because you're not just drinking a beverage, you're tasting a story that has traveled across centuries, crossed oceans, connected civilizations, and helped shape the modern world. All from a simple little bean. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, how do you take your coffee?